We all remember the many rumors about the new Resident Evil being open world, and it turns out they were true. But who would have thought we'd be exploring Raccoon City and possibly its surroundings after the explosion from Resident Evil 2 and 3? There it is, the familiar police station where Leon Kennedy arrived for his first day, and the streets around it. It looks insanely cool. But what's even more interesting is that this new game might act as a bridge to other intriguing Capcom projects, and most likely a remake of Resident Evil Outbreak. Why do I think that? Because the new protagonist is an FBI agent named Grace Ashcroft. In the trailer, it's directly stated that we'll be heading to the place where her mother was killed.
Alyssa died 8 years ago. Perhaps it's time for you to face the past.
And for those who don't remember, Resident Evil Outbreak had a character with the same last name. Yes, that was her mother, reporter Alyssa Ashcroft, who appeared in Resident Evil Outbreak. I believe this is all leading to a remake of that game, which told the story of the early days of the Resident Evil world, right after the virus first appeared. A very interesting time period, by the way. Now back to the plot of the 9th installment. The game is officially titled Resident Evil Requiem. The developers have chosen a new lead for the series, Grace Ashcroft, an FBI agent who is sent to a mysterious hotel in Raccoon City, the same place where her mother was murdered years ago. The trailer shows scenes of Raccoon City, including the police station. This will be the franchise's first return to the city in many years. According to Capcom, Requiem will mark a new era for the franchise and is meant to truly scare players. Resident Evil Requiem is set to launch on February 27th, 2026, and we'll be getting gameplay footage before that. What we do know is that Resident Evil 9 will be playable at Gamescom. Gamescom opening night live is scheduled for August 19th, so there's a good chance we'll get a more detailed look at the game then. By that point, fans should have a much clearer idea of how Resident Evil 9 actually plays. And since the game will be available to play at the event, there's a good chance we'll also get a public demo. Just like we did with recent Resident Evil games, that demo might even contain a teaser or secret, which Capcom has done before. That would be insanely cool. There were earlier rumors that Resident Evil 9 would be open world, though this wasn't officially confirmed. Still, judging by the scale of the locations in the trailer, it looks like those rumors were true. As of now, we don't even know whether the game will be in first person like Resident Evil 7 and Village, or in third person, though third person seems more likely.
Transporting to Spencer Memorial now. RPD dispatch, this is 153. I'm trapped in North Garden with 3 civilians. West side, cafeteria, back of the kitchen. One of us is injured and immobilized. Please advise.
Now back to the story. According to the trailer, Grace's mother was murdered 8 years ago at the hotel we're heading to. But here's something interesting. In Resident Evil 7, you can find a note written by Grace's mother mentioning that around 20 tourists disappeared without a trace, and that those disappearances are likely connected. The beginning of the Requiem trailer also references these missing people, suggesting a link. Also, immediately after the announcement, new insider speculations appeared online claiming that Leon Kennedy will be in the game. These speculations match previous leaks which stated that the game would feature multiple playable characters, including a female lead and a male character, likely Leon. At one point in the trailer, we even see a mysterious hooded figure, who could be anyone, but is likely a familiar character. Otherwise, why hide their identity so carefully? Alyssa Ashcroft, Grace's mother, was probably killed because she dug too deep while investigating and reporting on these disappearances. That note, by the way, is dated 2016, meaning she was still alive at that time. Resident Evil 2, for comparison, took place in 1998. So when does the game actually take place? Let's try to figure it out. The note from Resident Evil 7 is dated 2016. The events of Resident Evil 7 and Village span 2017 to 2021. To maintain a consistent timeline and show the consequences of those events, the developers moved Requiem a few years forward, to 2027. In the story, Grace's mother was killed 8 years ago, around 2019. That timeline makes sense and fits neatly into the broader Resident Evil narrative without conflicting with previous events. It's safe to assume that the game takes place in 2027. More than 30 years have passed since the Raccoon City explosion, which explains why the city looks so forgotten and abandoned.
Investigating all these strange deaths, huh?
We need to keep our voices down.
Have you seen the same shit I've seen?
Please know that you are my hope.
Everyone's gone.
This means that Resident Evil 9 will be the most modern chapter in the franchise so far. And if older characters do return, they'll likely be quite a bit older. Let's not forget that Leon was at least 25 in 1998, so by 2027 he would be pushing 50. In a brief shot in the trailer, we seem to get a third-person view of Grace walking down a corridor in a red jacket, just like in the key art. This could be a hint at third-person gameplay and a visual reference to her mother's outfit. In another scene, we see a man being suffocated with a plastic bag. It appears to be the same hooded figure. This implies he's not a zombie, but rather a conscious human, maybe infected, but clearly still self-aware. That corridor also strongly resembles the Raccoon City police station from Resident Evil 2. Most likely we'll be seeing a lot of flashbacks and of course the first look at the monsters. It's clear that this will be a very dark and intense installment. We'll get a better idea of what the game is really about in August when gameplay is revealed. To wrap up, the story takes place in 2027 when Grace is sent to investigate a series of mysterious deaths at the same hotel where her mother died 8 years earlier. The hotel is located in a city near what used to be Raccoon City, destroyed by a nuclear strike after the T-virus outbreak. The trailer shows gloomy corridors reminiscent of the Spencer Mansion and the ruined RPD building, adding psychological horror and classic Resident Evil atmosphere. Grace must confront personal demons and uncover the truth about her past and her mother's death. One thing is clear, this 9th installment might bring together many of the stories we've been told before, but what do you think? Did I miss something? Let me know in the comments, and let's discuss it. In the meantime, I'll leave you with the trailer.
Grace! Grace! Grace Ashcroft.
Yes?
My office.
Coming. If this is about the report you asked for yesterday, it'll be ready in 3. No, 2 days, tops.
Put a hold on that for now. We found another body. One that exhibits the same pathology as the others we've been investigating. Now I need a good technical analyst on this.
Okay.
I need your eyes on the crime scene. The Renwood Hotel. I know that's where your mother was murdered. Alyssa died 8 years ago. Perhaps it's time for you to face the past. Grace.
What is this?
Stay close. They're coming.
I know now that you're the one that I've been searching for. The special one. The chosen one. Miss Ashcroft.
Investigating all these strange deaths, huh?
We need to keep our voices down.
Have you seen the same shit I've seen?
Please know that you are my hope.
Everyone's gone.
Stay away from that!
PlayStation